Hey YouTube. So it's Sunday, a little bit after noon. You can see there isn't a snowflake to be found in town, but you'll see people are wearing heavier coats. It's still not that warm out. Now there's a young girl there with only a sweater on, but it's still kind of cold today. It's not that bad though. I think it's probably in the low 40s. But anyway, no snow in town is so amazing to me. And then we'll be going home soon. It'll be about 2 or so inches left. The other thing is I had Sally to lunch today. We went out and grabbed a hoagie at the Subway. They're not that bad, but they're not as good as they used to be. When I was a kid, man, we used to go get hoagies from the local hoagie shop, and the guy that was there knew how to make hoagies, and everything was just different. It's like the meat, to me, the meat and the cheese taste the same at Subway. But maybe it's just me, my old age. Things seemed to taste better when I was a kid. So anyway, that's where we went today, Sally and I, for a little bit, and we're going to be on our way home soon. She can't come into town without stopping at the grocery store, so that's what we're doing now. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. I just like being out with Sally. I don't care where we go or what we do. Well, it's almost spring. You can see the bottoms of the trees. The dog's not buried in snow. So another couple months and it'll be just right. Well, I'm back on our property. You can see where I plowed. It snows down to the ground. A little bit of snow here yet. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I was on my way up and I was talking to an old guy, neighbor, probably 80 years old, and he says to me, I says to him, oh, I see you're still working. He was chopping firewood, just a little stack he needed to start a fire. So anyway, he says to me, yeah, he said, don't think winter's over yet. It's a really nice day, but don't think winter's over yet. And I'm not thinking that. It's just that I wish it was. See up there's where the sun hits a little better. Snow's going down pretty quick. I wanted to walk Bullseye for most of the time that I was out with him, but when it's icy out I can't. So I just had him for a run, but he still wants to go. So I'm gonna just walk up to the other end of the property and back so that I can get some exercise here going. I'm gonna need to loosen up my joints for the spring. As soon as this stuff gets thawed out here to ground, I need to straighten this out here so the strawberries can grow. Looks like my one rock is falling over. I'll have to fix that. And then I want to get some potatoes planted as soon as I can. A lot of sticks to pick up. I planted apple trees up here, 3 apple trees. Oh, I must have planted them 10 years ago, I guess. And I've gotten apples from them twice in a row. 2 different springs, or not springs, but fall, where well, I should say spring. In the spring, usually what happens here is you get the blossoms, and then you get a really bad frost, and then you get no apples. So for 2 years, we got a bunch of apples, and Sally canned a bunch of pie filling, and I haven't seen anything on the trees up here to indicate that they think it's spring, but I hope that they don't get going too soon, or else they'll get zapped and we won't get any apples again. This first one here didn't give me too many apples, so I don't know what's going on with it. It's the base of these were grafted from an apple tree to an oak tree. They're supposed to grow better in this neck of the woods, but not many apples from this or this little one. But this big one gave me about 300 apples this past year. So that's a good thing. Yesterday I walked up here to the corner here, and I turned around and went back, and I had to stop twice because I was beat up or wore out or whatever. So today's better. I made it all the way up here without sitting, and I'm hoping to make it all the way back without sitting. When we were out before Bullseye kicked 2 grouse out, I saw. He really loves hunting, I'll tell you that. Come on, boy. Let's go over this way. You can see it's pretty muddy. But this is what it's like in the spring. You see how this water's laying here? I need to dig this trench lower because it's not quite running downhill all the way. It sort of has a dip in it and stuff. And it came from the guys fixing the road, because the original road did run down, but now they filled that up pretty high down there and it's not running downhill. So this shouldn't be here. But they're not going to do anything about this, but so I'm going to. Last year, if you watched my videos, I had dug down at the bottom halfway up, or about 1/3 of the way. So I'm going to dig the other 2/3 hopefully this spring sometime. At least this year they didn't run over these white things and drive in my grass and everything. It seems like they're getting a little bit better with what they're doing. I mean, I don't really need that, and trying to fix the grass every time they drive in here with a triaxle really gets to you after a while. I need to trim these forsythia too. $105 in there today. Pretty amazing.